Hello, all. I welcome you all to my technology upgrade meeting. This is Prabhu, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Pratyusha Engineering College. Today I am going to present the technology which is available on autonomous cars. Before goes to start the session, I just give you the what are the contents that I am going to speak. In the next slide, I will show you the contents which I will go to speak. That is introduction about the autonomous cars, how it is working, and what are the different layers which is available in the autonomous cars, and finally what is the impact of this car autonomous cars. Okay, let us see the what is autonomous cars, right? So it is a self-driving car, also known as an autonomous vehicle or driverless vehicle. It is a vehicle that is capable of sensing its environment and moving safely with little or sometimes no humans input. Without humans input, it is driving. So that is called as that is why it is known as an autonomous cars. Okay, so there are, however, partially autonomous vehicle cars and trucks with varying amounts of self-automation, from conventional cars with brake and lane assistance also to highly independent self-driving prototypes. So simply we call that autonomous cars are nothing but self-driving cars or driverless cars. Now let us see what are the layers of these autonomous cars. There are 5 layers in these autonomous cars, starts from 0 to 5. So the level 0, all major systems are controlled by humans. So that is, it describes that your everyday car like that we are using right now, that type of cars are coming under the category of level 0. And almost all cars today will offer level 0 autonomous technology only. At present we are using the level 0 autonomous technology cars. Okay, that is, now we are driving the autonomous level 0 cars. That is the best example for level 0. I think you all got it, what is level 0. Then coming into level 1, in that here we can find your adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist to help with driving fatigue. That is, what to say, that adaptive cruise control means that will keep safe distance between you and the car ahead of you by using more number of sensors, radars or cameras to automatically apply and resume the speed when the traffic releases. That is the level 2 cars. Then coming into point level 3, that is, the car can manage all safety critical functions under certain conditions, but the driver is expected to take over when alerted. The driver is expected to take over when alerted. That means the biggest leap from level 2 to level 3 and above is that starting at level 3, the vehicle itself controls all monitoring of the environment using sensors and cameras, everything which is mounted on the car as accessories. Then the driver's attention is still critical at this level, but can disengage from safety critical functions like braking and leave it to the technology when conditions are safe only. Then many current level 3 vehicles requires no human attention to the road at speeds under 37 miles per hour. Approximately they are telling that at level 3 vehicles requires no human attention to the road under 37 miles hour. Then Audi and others have announced level 3 autonomous cars to launch in 2018, that had been launched. An autonomous vehicle expert at 4 noted that they plan to take the company straight to level 4, saying that we are not going to ask the driver to instantaneously intervene. That's not a fair proposition. Then, so that is about the level 3. Then coming into level 4, the car is fully autonomous in some driving scenarios only, not at all the areas. In some scenarios only, the car is fully autonomous. That is, at levels 4 and 5, the vehicle is capable of steering, braking, accelerating, monitoring the vehicle on roadway, as well as responding to events, determining when to change lanes, turn, and use signals. Everything will be automated. What are the major parts that we are doing while driving? That is the steering, braking, accelerating, and monitoring the vehicle and roadway, as well as responding to events. So these are all the factors will be automated when coming into the level 4, but this will not happen at all scenarios. It will happen at particular scenarios only. That is the difference between level 4 and level 5. That is level 4 cars. What is level 4 cars is nothing but it will capable of steering, braking, accelerating, everything automated. That is level 4. Then level 5, the car is completely capable of self-driving in every situation. At all situation, it can steering, it can accelerating, and what are the other factors? All the factors that we are doing during driving, everything will be in the automated mode in level 5. So it will be launched in 2027 to 2030. It will be, that's not be accurate one. We approximately says that it will be launched by BMW in the year of 2027 to 2030, in between 2027 to 2030. So these are all the 5 layers which is available in the autonomous cars. Next, we will see how they work. Various self-driving technologies have been developed by Google, Uber, Tesla, Nissan. So these are all the technologies which has been created by the following companies. The companies are Google, Uber, Tesla, Nissan, and other major automakers, researchers, and technology companies had been developed these self-driving cars. While design details vary, so yes, as we are all very well know about that, the design categories, the dimensions are uh, dimensions should be different while comparing to other companies. So Google has their unique dimensions, and then Uber has their unique dimensions in the self automation design category. At the same point, while design details vary, most self-driving systems create and maintain an internal map of their surroundings. So they are creating their internal map uniquely in their surroundings based on a wide array of sensors like radar. So they are using more number of sensors and radars and cameras in that autonomous technology, and they have their unique dimensions and their unique unique specifications on that vehicle design. Then Uber's self-driving prototype use 64 laser beams. See that? Look at this. Uber's self-driving prototype use 64 laser beams along with other sensors to construct their internal map. Google's prototypes, so Ubers have their unique specifications, and coming into the Google, they also have their separate specifications that have at various stages used lasers, radar, high-powered cameras, and sonar. Then after that, we coming into the major heart of the system is the software. Software then processes those inputs, then plots a path and sends instruction, which are all got from the various sensors and radars, and also from the cameras to the actuators, which control the acceleration, braking, and steering. So the actuator will actuate the acceleration, braking, and steering based upon the input which is getting from all the sensors like radars, everything, which is adapted particularly to that particular system in the particular company. Okay, then hard coded rules, obstacle avoidance algorithms, predictive modeling, and smart object discrimination help the software to follow the traffic rules and navigate obstacles. Okay, then impacts. So it will give more impacts in widespread area. First one, the costs and benefits costs are still largely hypothetical. It is not accurate one. More information is needed to fully assess how they will impact drivers, the economy, equity, and environmental and public health. So we have to think in wide area. How this when we implement these autonomous cars into the society, so it will how it will impact in the area of economy, how it will impact the drivers, and how it will impact the equity. First we have to see the safety. Safety is an overarching concern. Self-driving vehicles could hypothetically reduce that number of accidents. Then software could prove to be less error and prone than humans, but cybersecurity is still a chief concern. While we implementing these autonomous cars, everything is good, but still cybersecurity is still is a chief concern that we have to consider before we implement this kind of autonomous cars to the society. Then the next one is equity is another major consideration. We have to think first we have to think the equity. Self-driving technology could help, it will move more individuals who are unable to it could help it will help the elder people or disabled people to drive safely. Then but the widespread adoption of autonomous vehicle could displace millions of people employed as drivers. While at present we are using the call taxi drivers, while we are using the autonomous cars, no need the drivers. Okay. Then a negativity impact public transportation finding and perpetuate the current transportation system injustice. Then environmental impacts are a serious concern and a major uncertainty. Then accessible, affordable, and convenient self-driving cars could increase the total miles of driven each year. Yes. Then, if those vehicles are powered by gasoline, then transportation related climate emissions could skyrocket. Okay. That also will use the same fuels, mean then that will emit the same emissions. However, the vehicles are electrified and paired with a clean electricity grid, then transportation emissions could drop, perhaps significantly. So, while the autonomous cars coming into the society, to drive the car, we need a fuel. So that if we are using the same fuel which we are using at right, then it will give the same emissions, that is the carbon monoxide emissions, the NOx emissions, and the particulate matter, everything will be same. For that we have the separate technologies. At present the current researches are going on to stop the IC engines and everything. The upcoming society will be in the electrical cars and trucks, and everything will be coming into the electrical area. So when we implement these autonomous cars, when it will be electrical one, then it will be the pollution free environmental automobiles. If we are using the gasoline, then it will give the same emission. That is the point. That is the impact of, that is a normal impact of the autonomous cars to the society. To the extent that electrified self-driving cars enable more shared rides, emissions could drop even further. So that's all about my presentation. Thank you all for watching. I will meet you soon.